the sands of time, the memories of an empire's fall often resonate louder than the whispers of its rise and reign. Yet, it is in this forging of such empires that true greatness is built into the roots of history, proof to the enduring spirit that built them. From the bustling heart of Long Island, New York, to the expansive plains of Dallas, Texas, a land steeped in rich tradition of boxing, a new legend emerged. The Lone Star State, with its storied past, has been cradled to many champions who walked the path to glory. In the amateur rankings, Errol Spence Jr. made his name as an upcoming southpaw, clinching 3 consecutive national championships and proudly representing the United States at the 2012 Olympics, where he valiantly reached the quarterfinals. In the wake of the Olympic Odyssey, Errol Spence Jr. embarked on a new journey, stepping into the professional arena with an amateur pedigree. Just 3 years into this new chapter, the world of boxing took notice, heralding him as the 2015 Prospect of the Year. This recognition was not merely a title, but a manifestation of the unfolding of potential and the promise of greatness, as Spence continues to carve his path towards the world title. In 2016, the welterweight division stood as a kingdom divided amongst 4 rulers. Dana Garcia had held court as the WBC champion. Keith Thurman reigned over the WBA. Jesse Borges claimed the WBO. And from the distant shores of England, Cal Brook bore the IBF crown. Brook, having defied the odds as an almost 2-1 underdog, had recently dethroned Sean Showtime Porter in a remarkable upset during his 3rd title defense, leaving the boxing world stunned. Emboldened by 3 successful title defenses, Brook embarked on a daring quest, ascending 2 weight classes up to confront the heavily avoided middleweight monster, Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Though the encounter ended in a defeat, Brook's performance shimmered some flashes of brilliance. In the aftermath of a negotiation fallout with his domestic rival, Amir Khan, Brook, who is still undefeated at welterweight, boasting a record of 36-1 and 25 knockouts, set his sights on new challenger. Enter Errol Spence Jr., a rising star at 21-0 and 18 knockouts, who had captivated the boxing world by decisively stopping former world champion Chris Algieri and Leonard Bundu. The stage was set for a monumental clash in Brooks' backyard, the storied city of Sheffield, England, where destinies will soon collide in front of a showcase of 27,000 British fans. Kell Brook is a boxer counterpuncher, known for his reasonably high guard and fluid economical movements. His most notable asset is his jab, which is central to his outside boxing strategy, allowing him to keep opponents at bay at the end of his right cross. He possesses a fair amount of power, and his style focuses on control and range, where his timing and precision truly shine. Brook is a well-rounded boxer with both offensive and defensive skills. Although neither is exceptionally dominant, he combines speed, power, and technical skill in his approach to the sport. Errol Spence Jr. showcases a technically aggressive style that sets him apart in the ring. As a southpaw, he introduces unique angles to his bouts, skillfully working behind a spear-like jab. He methodically preys on his opponents, using his jab to close the distance and unleash his power punches. Inside the pocket, he's a butcher of the ring, targeting both head and body with precision. His hammer in left hand makes his ability to break down opponents truly intimidating. As a pressure fighter, Spence is calculated, maintaining a perfect distance and range as he systematically dismantles his opponents. His active high guard complements his style, allowing him to defend effectively while thriving in the pocket. Overall, Spence Jr. is a well-rounded boxer who blends power, precision, and endurance, earning him the reputation of a true hunter in the ring. There are moments that stand as crucibles of destiny, where the essence of one's being is tested against the weight of expectation and the gaze of the universe. For Errol Spence Jr., this was one such moment, a convergence of time and space where the potential of his spirit was to be unveiled. It was his inaugural quest for world title glory, set upon the sacred grounds of Bramall Lane in Sheffield, England. Here, beneath the watchful eye of 27,000 fervent British fans, The air crackled with anticipation, as this was truly the moment of truth. The tolling of the opening bell signified a pivotal juncture, a moment where the fates of two warriors intertwined in a dance of will and determination. Both Errol Spence Jr. and Kell Brook stood poised, each eager to assert the dominance and dictate the rhythm of the unfolding saga. Spence, the young bull, sought to drive Brook back, to impose his will upon the champion and seize the initiative. Yet, Brook, steadfast and resolute, was equally determined to hold his ground, to stand as an unyielding bastion against the encroaching storm. Thus commenced a fierce struggle for territorial supremacy, a battle where every inch of ground became a testament of the spirits. Spence's offensive strategy was intricately woven behind his jab, a fundamental tool that served as the gateway to setting up his power punches. Aware of his tactical cornerstone, Brook crafted his defense with timing, consistently countering over Spence's initial jab. Each engagement became a calculated exchange, with Brook launching his counters in the wake of Spence's opening jab, creating an omnipresent threat that loomed over every offensive maneuver. Whether his counters found a mark or not, they served the purpose, establishing a psychological barrier and a physical deterrent. The champion was resolute in his mission to contain Spence, striving to confine his offensive reach and ensure it did not extend beyond the limits of his jab. Spence remained stern in his quest to apply heavy pressure, while Brook stood firm, steady in his defense. In these exchanges, both warriors had locked horns, embracing the raw essence of two bulls battling for dominance. The struggle for control was palpable, with Brook acutely aware that maintaining his ground was imperative. Should Spence seize control, his punch output could become too overwhelming. Brook's strategy was to keep Spence at bay, finding opportunities to land shots amidst and between the young contender's aggressive advances. Yet despite Brooks' precision and the clean-up punches he delivered, Spence absorbed them with remarkable resilience. The blows, though well-placed, failed to deter Spence from his aggressive game plan as he continued to press forward.
His feet against Gennady Golovkin up the middleweight. He wanted to carry on, even with that injury to the eye socket, which is terrible, obscured his vision.
He's over. He believes the belt's going back, looking strong here.
Pressure in the ring is like a steady pulse. If left unchecked, it can spiral out of control with startling effects. In the first half of the fight, Brook managed to decelerate Spence's advances, but containing him proved elusive. This effort came at a significant cost to Brooks' conditioning. The intense exchanges and physical tussles began to sap his energy, while Spence's engine continued to churn with unflagging vigor. The nature of pressure is such that even a slight slowdown can tip the balance, allowing aggression to surge forth and overwhelm. This is precisely what unfolded for Brook. As his pace waned, Spence seized the opportunity, maneuvering into the pocket and unload his firepower, his driven aggression now fully unleashed. Brook was enduring sheer punishment for the young bull Spence, round after round, and the toll it took was etched visibly on his face. By the 7th round, Spence's assault had fractured Brook's left eye. As the fight wore on, the accumulation of pain and pressure became insurmountable. By the 10th, the weight of the battle had reached its breaking point, and the champion, battered and bruised, found himself floored.
Against Brook, but it was Spence and Kell Brook's hurt here, and he's doing humiliation, and that eye is terrible as well for Kell Brook.
It was a moment that underscored the grueling nature of the sport, and the spirit required to stand toe-to-toe against the juggernaut. Despite Brooks' resilience and surviving the 10th, the grueling pain and punishment proved too overwhelming just 1 round later. Spence, at 27 years old, achieved a remarkable feat by capturing the IBF World Welterweight Title. This victory marked the dawn of a 6-year reign, solidifying his status as a dominant figure in the boxing world. Spence was in fact the truth, showcasing his exceptional skill and tenacity for the world to see.